6 ways your comfort zone holds back your career. How is your day at work? Are you sure of what you're doing? Maybe there are few demands on you, and your job seems easy. Without stress, without challenge, getting into the comfort zone at work might seem great at first glance. But have you truly considered just how much being there can impact your career overall? You might want to think about these things if your job seems particularly stable and bordering on stagnant. You're not building connections. It might seem uncomfortable to constantly be networking, but what if you stop? The problem is that you can never have a network that is perfect as it is. People change positions all the time. The person who was the perfect connection last year might not even be at the same company now. Pushing yourself to meet new people is a definite must if you want to get ahead. You're not adapting to change. Don't be the one person who refuses to accept the new policy or procedure. Sure, there's some benefit to doing things the old way. You certainly know the steps and the outcomes. At the same time, ignoring new ideas is a surefire way to miss out. Discomfort breeds adaptability, making it easier to learn new ways very quickly. You're lacking creativity. It's in those times when we face uncomfortable situations where we are forced to think quickly to get through them. This kind of training shows when it comes time to be creative in the workplace. If you're already well used to coming up with solutions on the fly, you'll be ahead of the game. You're too cautious. Failure is nothing but discomfort. If you're adamant about staying in your comfort zone, you're never going to risk anything which might lead to disaster. This will make you cautious to not want to try new things. Here's a tip. Most workplaces would rather you try and fail, thereby learning something new, rather than never trying at all. You're not leading well. Taking charge of a project requires being able to confront conflict and resolve situations as they arise. If you're avoiding discomfort, you'll find yourself avoiding these confrontations and not working to solve things in the best interest of the company or those involved. Instead, you'll be more likely to resolve things to return you to your comfort zone in the fastest way possible. You're not making suggestions. The comfort zone loves the status quo. Why would you change anything? Discomfort leads you to make suggestions when you see the potential to do things in better ways. This initiative is the kind of thing that gets you noticed. The plain and simple truth is this: if you want to advance at work and really make a difference, you will have to embrace discomfort from time to time. After all, it's this kind of striving that leads to success. 7 daily habits which will push you outside of your comfort zone. What if you could challenge yourself every day to be more, grow more, and accomplish your dreams? What if certain daily actions would push you out of your comfort zone with very little effort? Sound too good to be true? Check these out and see what you think. Take a step toward your goal. It doesn't matter how big of a step you're taking. The key here is to keep the momentum up. Break down large goals into small steps, and this becomes easy. The habit of completing one small step forward every day will challenge the status quo and lead you toward completing your goals in no time. Make a change. When you start the day, think about how you can do something different today. What about a new route? For your commute, or experiment with a fun look by switching out your hairstyle. Be adventurous in your choices. Look through someone else's eyes. Every day, make a goal of seeing the world from the point of view of someone different. Swap chores around the house with your spouse. Have a conversation with a friend and make an effort to really listen and put yourself in their shoes. The discomfort that comes from stepping into someone else's life will show you things you never knew. Try a snap decision. Pick some relatively unimportant decision, the kind you usually waffle over, and today make a point to go with your gut. Whatever your first thought is, go with it. Great places to use snap decisions. Try it when figuring out your lunch or choosing an activity after work. Offer a helping hand. Make a habit of volunteering when opportunities come around. You will be amazed at how a moment of being uncomfortable by jumping into someone else's project is rewarded by all the feel-good vibes of knowing you helped out. Create a trigger. This habit takes a little work, but it has a huge payoff. Work on a specific area where you feel uncomfortable by creating a trigger that prompts an action. For example, if you have trouble talking to strangers, make a point of saying hello to anyone who makes eye contact with you. The trigger is eye contact. The action will quickly become a habit once you've done it a few times. Ask someone else to decide for you. How about a habit where you turn to the nearest person to you whenever you're unsure and ask them to decide? This will throw you out of your comfort zone in a fun and adventurous way as you allow someone else to take charge on your behalf. As with any habit, be intentional in your actions and be persistent in carrying them out. This is how you build good habits and keep yourself always pursuing excellence. The best part, it's also a lot of fun.